all the activities that we all have impacts on biodiversity, mostly negative, and of course that applies to businesses as well. Whether that's in food and agriculture, whether that's in construction, whether that's in the energy sector. So the Kunming-Montreal Global Biodiversity Framework that was approved last year, it includes a target which calls upon governments to ensure that all large and transnational businesses and financial institutions figure out what are their dependencies on nature and what are their impacts on nature. And once they've done that, they can actually then reduce those negative impacts. So that's, we think, a very important step towards actually then reducing those negative impacts, and incidentally, reducing the negative risks for the businesses and financial institutions themselves. Biodiversity loss and climate change are two sides of the same coin. As we see increased climate change, we have increased risk of biodiversity loss, both the direct causes by changes in temperature regimes, driving species, distributions one way or another, but also in combination with these other factors, so that we see, for example, increased wildfire risk and the like. On the other hand, if we can invest in protecting our ecosystems, protecting our biodiversity, we can help mitigate climate change. So we can help keep more carbon in the biosphere, in the forests, in the soils, and we can also improve adaptation to climate change. So if we can maintain or restore wetlands, upland forests, for instance, we reduce the risk from, for example, flooding when it does occur. We also improve the infiltration of water into the soil, and so we also reduce the risk of droughts. So action on biodiversity can very much contribute to the fight against climate change as well.